Hey folks, it's Billy D, KY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my UFC 113 predictions, Machida versus Shogun. Okay, this time I'm going to try something a little different. Start out with what I want to happen, and then we'll go with what I think really will happen. What I would like to see, I'd like to see Machida evolve from his last controversial decision over Shogun and basically put Shogun out in a 2 to 3 round battle and doing it a pretty decisive way, which shows he's the man at 205. However, what I think is really going to happen, the better man will win this fight. I think the better man will have learned more from the fight. I think the better man will evolve more from that prior fight, and based on my experience, with Shogun, I haven't seen him evolve. I haven't seen every one of his fights, so I don't know how he's progressed really. I've seen fights here and there, and they all seem to be, relatively speaking, similar. So I don't know how much has evolved. With Machida, I've seen Machida pretty much from the beginning. I've seen him evolve from a safety first mentality into a he's still safety first, but he's also being aggressive and finishing guys while still being safe, for the relatively speaking. And with that said, Shogun has a perfect style, or he has a very good style for handling Machida's very elusiveness, and his way he likes to go about striking with Shogun with the kicks. He really neutralizes a lot of Machida's striking. But I do think, what I think will happen is Machida will do a little bit better than he did last time. I don't know how much. I think Machida will have just a little bit better game plan. It still may go to decision 5 rounds. And this time I think the fight will go to the ground. I don't know if Machida will do that just to make sure he seals each one of the rounds. But be honest with you, I really don't even want to see this fight. I wish they'd go away and fight at least one other, fight somebody else. I'd like to see Shogun versus Rashad Evans or something like that, and Machida versus Rampage or something. I don't know, anything, just different. I like different. So anyway, I think it's still going to be an extremely close fight, which either guy can win. I think like I said, the better man will win, and I think it's going to be Machida. I'm going to give a 55% chance winning to Machida and a 45% chance to Shogun. Like I said, it's going to be extreme. I'm going to change it. I'm going to say 51% Machida, 49% Shogun, because I think it's going to still be an extremely close battle. Because Shogun is just as fast as Machida, really. Maybe even faster. Next fight, Paul Daley versus Josh Koscheck. Basically, okay, let's start off with the way I want it to be. I'd like to see Josh come out, try to take Paul Daley down, have no success whatsoever. Paul Daley shrug him off, they stand up, Paul Daley knocks him out first round. That's what I'd love to see. Will that happen? And the reason I'd love to see that happen is not so much because I care either way, but what I would like to see is, I'd like to see that happen, and then that would tell us, hey, Paul Daley could probably shrug off GSP's, takedowns too, and he might, dethrone GSP, because I'm getting tired of GSP's safety first mentality without evolving like Machida. So, okay, with that said, the reality is this is Josh Koscheck's fight to lose, because Josh Koscheck can take almost anybody down. He even took GSP down. I mean, he didn't keep him there for very long, but he did take him down. So Josh Koscheck should have no problems with taking Paul down, and realistically, that's where he should take it to try to win a decision. And so either ground and pound him, or I think submission would be a better avenue, because typically guys who can throw a hard punch can take a hard punch. So in my opinion, he should try to submit Paul Daley on the ground. I think that's the way to go. He'll do a submission of some sort, or a ground and pound, and he'll use his striking just to stay safe long enough to engage, maybe score a few points, and then take him down in transition. So reality is, like I said, I think it's Josh Koscheck's fight to lose. I would give Josh Koscheck a better chance of winning. However, he is a little arrogant. He may stand up a little too long, so I'm only going to give him a 60% chance of winning and a And Paul, I'm going to give a 40% chance of winning. And somebody made the point that, oh, you need to just pick a person left, say Josh Koscheck or Paul Daley, in the comments. I was like, I am picking somebody. If I pick them to have more odds, that means I've already picked them. When I give you the odds, I'm giving you how much I'm picking them as well. So it's not lacking a set of balls to pick somebody. To me, it gives more. It tells you who wins and tells you how much I think they're going to win. So it gives you more information than just picking. Okay. Let's see, there's something else I want to talk about. Oh, yeah, but anyway. Yeah, let's go back to this, because the Green Mark brought up a comment. I said last time on the BJ Penn fight, you got to beat the champ to take the champ's title. So, and what do I mean when I say that? Like, Machida, I don't consider Machida the champ. He's just somebody holding on to the belt because he's only had one. That was his first title defense. Rashad Evans, I didn't consider him champ. When I say a champ, it's somebody like BJ Penn, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, somebody that's held the title, or like the Matt Hughes of old. If the fight's if any round is even close, and it's debatable on who it should go to, you give it to the reigning champ, not just the champ. And so, like I said, I wasn't going to argue about it because I know what I mean and I know what I'm saying is the right thing to say. But anyway, to beat the champ, to take the champ's title, you have to beat him, or at least make it noticeably better. So anyway, that's a side point. Next fight, Kimbo Slice versus Matt Mitrione. Basically, what I would love to see, I'd like to see him come out, go at it, slugging like crazy, have a good stand-up war with Kimbo Slice knocking him out. With that said, though, it never really works out like that. When you have two strikers, usually somebody says, you know what, why should I stand with this guy when I can take him down? If we stand up, it's pretty much 50-50, or maybe the other guy's even got a slight advantage. Well, if I take him to the ground, it's not 50-50. It's 75% mine and 25% him. So I'm going to try to take him down. So it might wind up. So what I see happening is I see Matt Mitrione not want to take the risk with Kimbo Slice and take Kimbo Slice to where Kimbo Slice is probably the weakest, which is on the ground. So I don't see it being a striking war. I see Matt Mitrione taking Kimbo to the ground and submitting him or ground and pounding him out on the ground, which I'm not for sure if he'll ground and pound him. But I do think Matt will take him down, and that's how it'll be finished. Because I think Kimbo's knee is going to be it is an issue, and it was an issue in the past, and I think it's an issue now. I'm going to give a 60% chance to Matt Mitrione winning and a 40% Kimbo. And like I say, it's just, as much as I'd love to see Kimbo do well, I think that knee is just too much of a problem for him. But with that said, that's all I got to say. Until later. Until the next video. Later, folks.